Guys, we have an urgent information coming out. The US Commander-in-Chief recently just signed an order directing the Pentagon to begin using military force against Latin American gangs that the administration has deemed a T organization. Wow. That information is coming out right now. And yesterday, the Attorney General, she put out this information. Pam announces the DOJ and State Department are offering a $50 million reward for information that leads to the cuff of Venezuelan leader Nicolas. Now, she also mentioned that it seems like Nicolas is like the top dog, the leader of these gangs. All right, so we are definitely seeing something here, some kind of operation that is about to take place in our backyard, South America. And at the same time, I want to bring this one up. Look at this. Military in D.C. Donald to flood D.C. with federal law enforcement for 7 days. Like I said, I do believe something big is coming. And whenever stuff like this is announced, I mean, whenever, news like, giving the military the okay, again, they have to prepare. They have to get ready. Doomsday plane, whatever, presidential plane. Again, you have military forces in D.C. I mean, stuff like this, they are well prepared. I do believe something big is going to hit the fan pretty soon. And, yeah, remember, guys, even though the Southern is completely sealed, it's not over. Because Donald said he's going to go after these gangs that's bringing in the stuff. All right, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Luis Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Thank you again for your support. All right, so U.S. Commander-in-Chief recently just signed an order directing us, the sleeping giant, to begin using military force against Latin American gangs that the administration has deemed a T organization. The anonymous source said military officials have already started drawing up options, and the military could go after the groups. Wow. Buckle up. Shortly after returning to office in January, U.S. Commander-in-Chief signed an order designating these gangs and other organizations as foreign T organization, follow me with the code words, and specially designed global T. And so it begins. It is the policy of the U.S. to ensure the total elimination of these organizations present in the sleeping giant. The order read in part. Wow. We're about to see something pretty soon here, guys. Please share the video. Since signing the order, the administration has been specifically targeting the Venezuelan and the Mexican organization. The State Department in February designated, these are the big ones. One of the big ones. You guys already know about what happened in Colorado. Remember that gang? All right. So again, this is one of the big ones here. This is they come from, again, Venezuela. All right. So you have Mara, also known as the MSU. There you go. One of the gangs, and several other organizations as foreign T organization. Officials said that the groups constituted a national security warning beyond that posed by traditional organized lawlessness. On Thursday, once again, you have the Justice Department announced that the Department of Justice and the State Department are offering a $50 million reward for info that leads to the cuff of Nicholas. Attorney General Pam said he uses these organizations, such as the train from that, and also other gangs, to bring in the product and the lawlessness to the sleeping giant. And that's very true. But here's the thing, guys. It's not only them that are responsible, but those who allow them to come in are also responsible. There has to be consequences. Justice must be served. Again, the previous, Commander-in-Chief left the doors open. Millions came in. To date, the DEA has seized 30 tons of product linked to Nicholas and his associates, with nearly 7 tons linked to Nicholas himself, which represent a primary source of income for the gangs based in Venezuela and Mexico. Attorney General said in a video statement posted to X. Attorney General went on to say the product is often laced with resulting in the loss and destruction of countless sleeping giant people. So the big question is, how many of the sleeping giant people passes away from these products? From what I heard, at least 100,000 a year gone. 100,000 a year gone. Which is very, very sad. Now, give me a second here. The New York Post is also sharing this information here. Okay, so it says here, this is coming out from the New York Post. Advertisement alert. I truly apologize, guys. All right, so let me just fix this really quick so you guys have a better view. Here we go. Okay, so U.S. Commander-in-Chief has secretly just authorized the military to use force against Latin American gangs classified as the Foreign T organization. All right. I guess what Donald was doing here, he was going after, he was sending ICE. All right, ICE were doing their job first, trying to clean up and bring the numbers down. And then Donald, his next mission is going after the gangs. Now, I heard that they're offering Americans jobs, that you could be part of the ICE, join the movement. Basically, the sleeping giant getting involved to send them back home. And I heard something about good pay and this and that, but it's also very, very, it's not a safe one. Put it like that. It's not a safe one. Donald has secretly authorized the military to use force against the Latin American gangs as Foreign T organization, the Post has learned. Now, the move is the most aggressive action Donald has yet taken against the lawlessness, bringing in the product across the sleeping giant border. Now, the activity of which were previously the preview of federal law enforcement. It says here, the order, first reported Friday by the NYT, gives the sleeping giant forces official permission to engage the gangs on land and sea. Wow. Land and sea. That's some really serious stuff there, guys. Now, the leader, the U.S. Commander-in-Chief, is determined to not just dismantle, but completely destroy the Venezuelan leader, again, the gangs, and obliterate their operation in the Western Hemisphere, a source close to the White House said. So that's their goal, to get rid of him. And I guess they want Nicholas. I guess they want Nicholas. He's like supposedly, I guess, the leader of all this. Now, once again, you have the anti-gang effort is being coordinated among several departments, including the DOD, Justice Department, the DHS, Office of the Director of National Intelligence, and the Treasury, the source added. The U.S. Commander-in-Chief top priority is protecting the homeland, the Deputy White House Press Secretary Anna said in a statement, which is why he took the bold step to designate several of these gangs as foreign T organization. Wow. So we're about to see something pretty soon here, guys. Give me a second. Let me just pull up some of this, some more information here. Someone say, why was it made secret? Donald signed secret directive to start using force against the gangs that the Sleeping Giant labeled T organization. Why was it made secret? The reason why is because you can't let your enemy know your next move. That's why. So it's common sense. It's common sense. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave comments down below. I guess this is the cover of, yeah, NYT. Okay, I had a feeling. So NYT said that U.S. Commander-in-Chief secretly signed an order instructing the Sleeping Giant to start using military force against these gangs. Yesterday was a big warning from that the Attorney General putting out the $50 million reward. That right there is like a wake-up call. Like, okay, so, and then today, okay, all right, so what's going on here? Give me a second here, guys. There's a picture here. I can't show it because of the platform, but the picture has been going around for a very long time, since last year, about these individuals, the gangs that went into the apartment complex. Remember the one in Aurora, Colorado? Remember that one? And they were walking with GUN. Remember that? They were knocking on someone's door. All right, so that's the one that Don is going after, and many others. And remember the governor in that state, he's like, I don't see nothing wrong here. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of young individuals walking around with GUN, knocking on people's doors, so you don't see nothing going on there. It's peaceful. That's all. Just peaceful. But boy, oh boy, that's what's going on right now. And, yeah, Donna's saying enough is enough. Once again, Donald signed secretive directive allowing the military operation in Latin America against the gangs. This decision marks a shift from law enforcement methods to military counteractions to the gangs entering the Sleeping Giant from Latin America. the product and the gangs. All right, so this is all of it here, guys. And yeah, this is all of it. Donald said that he's going to clean up DC. He's going to be sending in the law enforcement for 7 days. So he's going to be cleaning that region up. He's going to be having military and some, again, top military. All right, but 7 days? I don't know. It's something wrong there. 7 days. And a few days after this, before all this announcement, Donald, he was also on top of the White House with Secret Service, and they were looking around the roof, again, on top of the roof, possibly talking about installing some more extra protection, security. But again, this is where we are right now, guys. I will keep you updated when it comes to all these world events. Leave comments down below. Eventually, one day, we're going to hear big breaking news. Sleeping Giant military going after the gangs. And, Donald already sealed the Southern. And ICE is doing their operation. And it seems like Donald's going to go all in and go after these Looney Tunes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.